to the final rounds of Thundersport GB for 2011 here at Mallory Park. It's the Motorbike Accident Law Formula 600s, their last race of the season. And Sam Hornsey, number 94, pulls up there on pole position. Great race win from him earlier, but alongside him, Steve, the new champion, number 1, Ben Field there, and then Dan Hegarty and Craig Sproston completing that front row.
Yes, and Ben Field, after just losing out on that race 1 victory, would certainly love to end the 2011 campaign with a win here up against Sam Hornsey, who we've just seen a little while ago, matching GP1 lap times at the front end, and of course taking vital points away from Phil Crowe. They get away well. Sam Hornsey off to the best start. Ben Field maybe about 3rd or 4th. Dan Hegarty looked to me like he'd managed to get up into 2nd position.
Yes, that would be another good start from Dan Hegarty. We also saw him out earlier, and a very fast starter indeed. And indeed, there he is, up into 2nd. Number 8, tucked in behind 94. Sam Hornsey, Ben Field in 3rd, and Tom McHale once again on that Dayglow yellow machine, Steve, making a brilliant start.
Yeah, Tom has been great the last few rounds. He's got himself up ahead of Craig Sproston there, and that's Max Simmons just behind the bunch as number 66, James East, getting a little bit wild into Shaw's hairpin. Yeah,
further back down the field there, that's number 15, Luke Buckingham. Only sees 5 minutes ago, he was in a brilliant super team as well, but good to see Luke out there on the 600, or actually, to be fair, in his case, the 675, he's on the Triumph.
Yeah, another ex-Super Team on 675 there. Max Simmons, as we just mentioned, a cracking riding style from Max Simmons. Really does hang off the bike and needs chin sliders.
That's fantastic. Jamie Whittam, I think you might have retired. Look at Max Simmons. He's a tall youngster, but, well, again, a very much of a newcomer to 600s. That really does look spectacular as Tom McHale through underneath us there in 5th place, and Sam Hornsey up the front.
So Sproston makes his way past Tom McHale, having confirmed his 3rd position in the championship earlier on, and it will be his last race of his career. We've heard a number of riders obviously make that decision before and end up coming back racing, but from what I gather, that is the decision for the time being. Hornsey leads from Hegarty. Ben Field in 3rd position, just getting into the groove. Important in these long races to get the tyres warmed up before you do anything too silly.
Yes, and certainly all the racing here at Mallory Park this weekend at Thundersport GB has been blessed, having had a fairly lousy year. It's been a long time. Everyone's been scratching their heads trying to think back as to when there's been a year as bad as this in terms of the weather. We've had an awful lot of wet race days, but this weekend here in October, producing pretty fair weather.
Yeah, it's been the wettest season on record, certainly in Thundersport GB terms. Donington Park seems to ring a bell, being quite sunny, but other than that, we've had spots of rain at pretty much every circuit across Great Britain. Ben Field there, looking like he wants to make a move on Dan Hegarty for 2nd position, and the champion can't quite get up into 2nd position, although he is posting some mighty lap times.
Yes, fantastic stuff from Ben Field, and he's look, he's looking around the outside very quick there down the Stebby straight. He'd love to, under braking for Abuenas, just at least put up alongside Dan Hegarty, but Dan's carrying far too much speed through there, so Ben will now try and work it through the John Cooper S's and the run up into the hairpin. He looks across to have the inside line for the hairpin, muscles his way through.
Well, almost a bit cheeky from the champion there as he moves up into 2nd position. Craig Sproston in 4th has just been dropped a little bit, and Ben Field now is going to work on Sam Hornsey. Can he close that gap down at the front? One would fancy he can, as his lap time is a new lap record, a 52.686 from Ben Field.
Well, in the pack further back, we've got the likes of James East and Tom McHale and Chris Wilkinson. Mike Horbury having a better run this time. We saw Mike retire out of the earlier race, but he's still on board, and it seems to be okay for him this time round. Youngsters like Carl Wilkes out there also having a good run.
Yeah, Carl Wilkes making the move up from the Thundersport 500 Championship, so he's going well. In fact, there is Kyle, number 23, and a number of riders out of sync. Oh, we've lost a rider there, and who have we lost? That's the championship. That's the champion, Ben Field.
Oh,
Ben is down.
Me. Yep, that's just at the John Cooper S's, and that is a very, very quick place to part company with proceedings. It's good to see Ben walk away from there. My goodness me, that takes no prisoner of the S's there, does it?
No, it's very, very quick. It's flat out all the way out of Edwina. It's flat out all the way round the right-left kink. A quick place to come off. Great to see that he's okay. Thumbs up from Ben Field. Well, that means Sam Hornsey's got a pretty lonely race out front now. Dan Hegarty is promoted to second position, and Craig Sproston now third.
Yeah, that's. It looks like the only consolation Ben Field can take from this is fastest lap of the race, and even that may go before the end. At the moment, he does have the fastest lap time, but well, we'll wait to see. Sam Hornsey, without the pressure of Ben Field, doesn't really have to push it, certainly not in the latter stages. Here comes Sam. Down through the elbow once again. TV cameras, Steve, always tend to flatten out the topography, and that shot there, it is a lovely racing shot, but it still doesn't quite tell you the truth, does it? It is a daunting run down from the bus stop onto the start-finish straight at Mallory.
Yeah, well, the name doesn't tell any lies. Devil's Elbow. It's caught a number of riders out over the years, and all I can say is thank heavens the bus stop is there, because that Devil's Elbow used to be pretty quick when it was just a run down from the hairpin.
Yeah, I remember it when it had almost no runoff as well. At Mallory Park, it's had an awful lot done to it. Particularly over the last few seasons, it's had massive changes to the runoff areas, to the spectator banking. Arguably, it's one of the most improved circuits in the country, particularly for spectator facilities.
Yes, massive improvements, and circuit manager John Ward should be congratulated, but another congratulations goes then to Sam Hornsey, number 94. In the end, a pretty easy win due to Ben Field going down. Yep,
Sam picking the win there from Dan Hegarty. Good second for Dan. That's a good reward for a weekend's work. Craig Sproston, an excellent third. A podium in what may be his last race. James East fourth, Tom McHale fifth, and Dan Wilkinson, Chris Whippinson, beg his pardon, in sixth place. There we see Sam, Dan and Craig. The standings then, Ben Field, well, he fell off at the end there, but he's the champion. Richie McNeil finished second. Craig Sproston wrapping up third in the championship.